I'm not afraid to die personally. And if some motherfucker wants to try to take my life in the cage, then let's get it.
What's up, everyone? Shakiel Mahjouri here for CBS Sports, and you know who this is. He is the UFC's number 12th ranked middleweight contender fighting Brendan Allen at UFC Seattle on Saturday. Thank God for Henry Cejudo and Song Yadong that he can't make that bantamweight limit. Anthony Fluffy Hernandez, how's it going, bro?
It's good. It's good. Thank God it's not 135. I have to cut off my legs.
Yeah, this is a classic me trying to hold off on having a second cup of coffee too early into the day.
Oh, dude, I'm right there with you. I'm having my first right now.
Oh, congratulations. I am jealous. Now, sweets go great with a cup of coffee. Why is your family taunting you with that box of donuts?
They're scumbags, man. I'm telling them. I was been telling them, I'm like, man, I might go find a new family after this that actually loves me and cares for me. I don't know yet. These motherfuckers tried every single brand new restaurant they could think of, and all during fight camp, I'm just like, you motherfuckers. But it's all right. You're gonna fight someone for it.
Why are they doing this to you?
They always do that. It's just their thing. They don't give a fuck about my life. It's whatever's going on in their little lives that's what
Bro, it's escaping me who the fighter is right now, but I remember once interviewing a fighter who's a total foodie, and he was telling me, I think it was Shane Burgos, who was saying that during fight week and his weight cut, he would select all the restaurants and he'd go and sit down with his friends, and he just wanted them to eat it and like describe it to him. Like what?
Oh yeah, that's how Max is. That's how my buddy Max is.
Crazy.
I don't know about all that, but I like to smell food sometimes for sure. I do cook more when I'm like cutting weight, because I just like the smell of the food and stuff. You know what I mean?
Did I see you eating one of those UFC PI cheesecakes though?
Oh my god, so fucking bomb,
bro! How hard do those UFC nutritionist meals go? I've heard only great things.
I fucking look forward to fight week just because we're so fucking catered to. The food is so fucking amazing. Like, dude, at home I just fucking eat egg whites and be pissed off all day. Like here I get steak and salmon and the cheesecakes, and like sometimes they got that chocolate pudding shit. I'm like, dude, I fucking love fight week. All I gotta do is fight someone and I get treated like this. Say less.
Royalty. Now let's talk a little bit about the fight. Some people might be surprised to learn this isn't actually the first time you and Brendan Allen are locking up. Weirdly enough, it was both of your last fights before going to the Contender Series, vacant LFA middleweight title fight, which you won. I know that was a long time ago, but are there any similarities you can draw between yourself and Allen from then to now?
Oh, for sure. We're well, for me personally, I feel like I've gotten a lot better. When I was going into the fight, I didn't really understand grappling too well. I'm not gonna lie. I was good at scrambling and getting back to my feet, but I was missing like a lot of shit. And now I understand every position that got away from me. So it's like I'm a lot more ahead of where I used to be. Brandon Allen's gotten way better as well. But I plan on just going out there, doing what I do, drowning him again, breaking him. And you know what I mean? Just shutting everything down, let him know that the first time wasn't a fluke. If I was able to do that the first time hurt and out of shape, I mean, what does it look like when I'm healthy and a whole new fighter? I mean, so I'm looking forward to it.
The cardio is just insane, and everyone in the division seems to be struggling to keep up with it. When you look at your game plan and then you look at someone like Merab, is that in any way sort of like comforting or validating in the sense that like this is a approach to fighting that can actually get you to the top of the mountain?
Oh, for sure. For sure. I mean, like, what do they say? Personally, I don't like grappling that much, but I do it because it works. You know what I mean? And you see like all the people that they're calling fucking goats nowadays, they're all grapplers and shit, and they mix it very well and they tire people out. So I understand that, and I understand why my coaches want me doing these certain things. So I do it. You know what I mean? But for me, ideally, I would like just knockouts because it's an easy night and you go home. You know what I mean? But
rank the cardios for me: Merab, Anthony Hernandez, Colby Covington.
Honestly, I've seen Colby fight a couple times. Merab's the last as a fucking bandit though. I feel like small guys just have better cardio naturally. You know what I mean? Because like you don't ever see a small guy in like like a stuck position. You know what I mean? It's a fucking scramble, 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 scramble. So probably Merab for sure.
Well, I think we can give
And
in. I think we get Fluffy a good number 2 spot. Are you actually? You know what
I'll
that
take.
is? That is. I'd love your opinion on this. I know we talked about DDP the last time you and I spoke because he that was a fight that was supposed to materialize and unfortunately didn't.
Yeah.
What do you make of Dricus's? Like, does the guy have good endurance? Because it feels like he
Oh,
slows
for
down,
sure.
but he never actually stops.
He has to. That the motherfucker's got grit. You know. You know what I mean? He's tough, and he has to. Like every time I thought he's gassed, I'm like, oh fuck, he's done. And then he just keeps getting stronger. You know what I mean? I think he's just mentally a very tough person. And he's like awkward, and sometimes those awkward styles they're hard to read because you don't really know what the fuck's coming at you. You know what I mean? Whatever he's doing, he's doing a good job, and he's fucking been killing it. So it's congratulations to the man. Hopefully, I see you soon.
What would you say is the biggest sort of like switch that went off in Anthony Hernandez's head where he went from 1-2 in the UFC to now 6 straight victories?
Like I was saying earlier to everyone, I mean, I had to get my head straight. I don't know how much you know about my life, but my father died. Like, so it's Brandon Allen fight. Right between that fight and the Contenders series, my dad died. So for the Contender series fight, I was fucking just pissed off and I wanted to fucking murder somebody. So that worked out. 40-second knockout. But honestly, I didn't have a good camp for that one. The 1-2 run was like I had nowhere to go after my dad died, so I basically decided I'm gonna buy a trailer, pay off land, and go off grid. And that shit was hard, but we got it. We did it. You know what I mean? There's 6 of us living in a small trailer,
Wow.
and I don't ever beg for money. I'm a man. I fucking go out there. I'll work for my shit. I'm not like some of these guys in the UFC roster who cry and try to get fucking houses and shit. You know what I mean? Put in places. So I've just gone through the struggle. I was able to get myself out of it, and now I'm back mentally strong, and I know what the fuck I want to do. Um, and it's shown. I'm on a 6-fight win streak, back to the old person I was, and now it's just fucking go hard as fuck and get the belt, so that when I die, I can just have a good conversation with my father.
That's powerful, bro. Has fighting in a sense become easier after going through that? Like, did that put things into perspective?
I mean, like you lose your best fucking friend and like just someone you kick with every day, talk to every day. I mean, for sure, it's the hardest shit I've ever gone through. Um, I don't think no one will ever make me feel that. Like, I don't know. I'm not afraid of death. I'm not afraid to die personally. And if some motherfucker wants to try to take my life in the cage, then let's get it. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, as difficult as it is, I guess there's a sort of beauty to the finiteness of this all. The last time we talked, unfortunately, also the best fucking chicken on earth, Alcock, passed away. But I know you've been raising his babies, so how are the baby chicks doing?
They're doing fucking great, man. I've been raising one of them. I actually got one for Cheska, Michael Cheska. I bred one for him. Have a little tiny one. They're fun. They remind me of my childhood so much, just because I grew up on a fucking chicken farm, and they're like mini, so it's not like chaotic. You know what I mean? They're not like big enough to even hurt you, so my kids can play with them all the time. I absolutely love it. They're fucking doing great. They're super spoiled. They're all in the house right now because it's raining.
Yeah, I love that. As we wrap up here, I want to run you through some quick rapid fire, just some off the cuff stuff.
Right.
First, what is the strangest fan interaction you've ever had? Anything come to mind?
I don't know. I don't really like go out much and shit, so people don't really know where I'm at to find me. I'm usually out in the middle of fucking nowhere shooting or doing something, but I don't really like tell people that I fight in the UFC and shit. They'll like sometimes people like ask because they see my ear, but like about if I fight or anything. But I don't really like flaunt to people because it's got me in more trouble like in the past when I was younger, when people knew I was a fighter. You know what I mean? So I don't even talk about it to people.
Why is it people want to try and pull up when they find out you fight? What is
But
it
I don't
about
know.
people?
I don't fucking know, but I've beat up a lot of people and put a lot of people to sleep for that stupid shit. You know what I mean? It's like, what do you have to prove? I mean, I've had guns threatened on me for that shit. I've had like, you know, it's life. I don't know. People got to prove they're tough, and then.
Speaking of pulling up on people, do you put the shopping cart back when you're done grocery shopping?
I do. I almost always do. Yeah, unless I'm like fucking dragging ass and from a weight cut or some shit, then I'm like, fuck this, but no, I almost always put
Good Samaritan.
the card back.
I always put out a fan Q&A. A few people were wondering, do you speak Spanish?
I'm trash, bro. Like I used to speak it a lot. Like my Spanish was good when I was doing construction, but like after these last like fucking half my life, almost the last half of my life, it's been like training with all like white people and shit, and like a couple black people, and like, you know what I mean. Like it's been like not a lot of Mexicans around us in the areas that I go train at. So unfortunately, I've lost a lot of it, and but I've been listening to a lot more Spanish music, and like I've been working with my daughter because she wants to learn it hella bad. So like slowly, I'm picking it back up. You know what I mean? But I grew up super fucking Mexican, man. I'm telling you.
Last one, and I'll let you go here, man. Okay. Actually, that's funny. It's funny how that happens because I didn't speak English until I was like 7 years old, and now my Persian is like garbage. I can barely get through a conversation with my grandmother.
Yeah, it's rough. It's fucking rough. I'm right there with you. I was in like bilingual classes and shit growing up. Like my Spanish was actually pretty decent, like growing like all the way up. But then like I got to the point where now my Spanish and English sucks. So
it'll come back.
It is what it is.
It'll come back. Last thing, I'll let you go here. What is one thing, in your opinion, that fighters are too stubborn to admit?
I don't know. That's a good question. Fuck. I don't know. Give me an example.
Oh, I don't know. I guess like retirement's always a tough one. Like when it's time to
put
for
sure.
Away.
For damn sure. Yeah. No, I feel like that's a fucking tough one. You know what I mean? It's like you got to really look yourself in the mirror. But fuck, you see people doing this shit. Cannoneer 41, right? Fucking killing it. Still looks great. So it's like, I mean, I don't know I guess it depends on the person. You know what I mean? Like, truly, if you're like on a fucking 4-fight skid, maybe hang them up. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's like it's always evolving, and the younger kids, like, man, people are starting jiu-jitsu at like fucking 3 and shit now. You know what I mean? Yeah.
MMA is the base now,
dude. Yeah, no, exactly. So, you know, that's probably the best one, I think, for sure.
Well, fortunately, that's not something you have to worry about right now as you look to make it 7 straight against Brendan Allen at UFC Seattle on Saturday. Anthony, if there's anything you want to leave the people with, bro, last word is yours.
Appreciate you guys tuning in, man. Looking forward to giving you guys a show on Saturday.